What's up, y'all? You rocking with Muchilla, and this is Muchilla's review. So hit the hammer, cause you came through. And today I'm gonna be talking to you about Raising Kanan, season 1, episode 9. The name of the episode is Loyal to the End. Now, this is a build-up episode. A lot of stuff happened in this episode, shocking stuff. And some stuff you're gonna even be mad. I was so mad that sometimes I want to roll around on the ground and fight with people. But I had to keep my composure. I'm gonna break this down scene for scene. Give a little bit of predictions of what I think may or may not happen in the finale. So let's get into it. Yeah.
Call an ambulance. Somebody help me. Scratch this cat unique out of Southside. Family United, this motherfucker neat. Gotta go right now. I ain't gonna let no one violate my little brother like that. Anyone tied to Neat getting Peter rolled and clipped. We knocking niggas off, knocking niggas out. Y'all gonna see who really runs Southside. For real.
This episode starts out with Marvin. Basically, at this point, this is the aftermath of the whole Lulu situation. And he's getting into a van, and he's with Little Rob, and they about to get some get back. He's the lone wolf right now, and he's gonna take care of Unique. To me, it seems like he coming for him. We see Unique, he's leaving, it looks like the mall, like the movie theater, with his son, and he has 2 bodyguards. The bodyguard's in one car. The car gets shot at as he's putting his son in the back seat. Unique sees who it is. He sees that it's Marvin. He's pissed off at this point, y'all. He sees that it's Marvin. He sees that it's him. And he's protecting his son. His son is screaming. I guess he just was like, F everybody, I'm getting you. I don't care who's with you, you getting done. I just want to know how he missed. He only shot one person out of all these people there. And once he sees that Unique has more people, he just leaves from there after that. Jessica and Rock are at the hospital at Lulu's side waiting for him to gain his consciousness. And she's been there all night, Jessica. She says she wants to go home, change, shower up. But she doesn't want to miss if he wakes up. But Rock tells her to go ahead. She's going to go home and get herself together. Symphony comes. He comes to the hospital. And they go outside the room to talk. And Rock was very cold to him. She's very cold. She cuts off the relationship with him again. He tells her that he was worried about her. He tells her he wants to know about what's going on. And he was scared. He was afraid for her. And she still has this tough exterior with her, where she's pushing him away. Even when she feels like she's getting closer, she feels like this was all a fantasy, and she tells him to go basically be with somebody in college and F them. F one of the hoes in college. That's exactly what she said. And he basically tells her, F you too. You know how many times you're going to act nasty to a person that's trying to love you? You don't, before the person push back. Before he leaves, he warns her about Tony and that Marvin needs not to trust her. So at least he got that done. But I hope she tells him and gives him a heads up. Now Marvin gets back to where the drop off point, and they realize that the car was bulletproof, and he says he heard that on the street, and he pulls out on Little Rob and tells him that about him, the whole thing with him snitching on Kanan. And at the end of the day, family come first, so he gonna get it. He kills him. He kills him, lights up the car, and that's the end of that. That's the end of Little Rob. We don't have to worry about him telling on Kanan if he gets pressed again. I know that's right. Ow. Now, Detective Howard is at the hospital, but before he goes inside, he want to have his last smoke. And he sees a Suburban pull up with two Unique's people in there. And then he sees a nurse come out. She gives them orderly scrubs and hospital IDs to get in the hospital to get past security. So they come in like they got lunch, and meanwhile, Rock is still upstairs with Lulu in his room, and they come in with lunch like they came back from break, and they walk right in, and the cops let them in. And they get ready to try to finish the job with Lulu. Not Lulu. Now, Rock's guards is out here watching TV. These two dudes should have been outside in front of the hospital. But luckily, Detective Howard foils the whole plan, and they all get arrested. He stopped them from killing Lulu. So they arrest the nurse and two of the Unique's guys. So Nicole's parents go down to the precinct, and they want to know how Jukebox got let go and how Detective Burke specifically let Jukebox go. And she tells them that their daughter died of a drug overdose, and it was from the drugs that she got from Laverne, which isn't true. And even the father says, we don't know that. And then she says, well, she introduced her to these drugs. She was never doing this before. And the father was like, we don't know that either. So she's just trying to make this story, make it seem like it's Laverne's fault, and it's not her fault. And she tells her if she doesn't do something about this, she knows very important people, and she's going to go up there and take care of this herself. So Detective Howard tells Rock, you lucky I smoked, because otherwise they wouldn't have seen them coming. And she doesn't even give him so much as a thank you. And then he tells her, look, if you're not going to do what I asked you to do, Detective Howard tells her, I need to get with Kanan, and I need to talk to him, and I need you to set that up. And if you don't, I can see to it that he goes to get sent to Sparkford. So she's like, if I do this for you, you stay out of my business, leave us alone. And Detective Howard says, if I need something from you, from this kid, and it's the kid's concern, you better come correct this time. And if I see anyone at the meet besides Kanan, they're gonna get wet up. So he's letting her know that if Marvin shows up, if she shows up, if her bodyguards show up, he gonna wet them up. He means business now. He's desperate at this point because he knows his days is numbered. He's a sick man. Now Jukebox is at the gravesite of Nicole's, and she still has this letter, and she hasn't opened it. I'm dying to know what's in this letter. Detective Burke comes up, and she talks to her, and she tells her how she's sorry about her friend, and if the cops in Manhattan treated her okay. So now we know that it's her that sprung her loose. She also tells her that she had a girlfriend, Megan, that she met, and she met her when she was about her age. So she's trying to basically bond and find an end with Jukebox. And they go to get ices. So Kanan comes to visit his Uncle Lulu, and he's in a different room, and he wants to know why they moved him. And Rock tells him that Unique's guys came up there to try to finish the job, but the police caught him. Kanan wants to help. He says he just wants to know what he needs to do to help. And he's not going anywhere, and he'll do whatever she asks him to do. Now, Detective Burke and Jukebox are getting ices, and Burke tells her that her brother committed suicide, and she's basically trying to open up to her, and Jukebox smells it a mile away. And she's like, so this is the part where we supposed to bond, and I got a messed up family, so I don't need to hear about yours. Detective Burke also tells Jukebox that Kanan has something to do with the Blue Tops, and she says that's a lie. She dismisses it and tells her that's a lie. She also tells her that the same crack that killed Nicole is the same crack that killed the people in the South Side, and would she know anything about it? And she doesn't tell her anything. She also mentions Buck 20 and the murder, and this doesn't go well. And she tells her to stop following her and basically to leave her alone. So Rock is in the hospital in the chapel, and Marvin comes in and says, "Are you praying about things that you did?" She says, "No, I'm praying about things that I'm about to do." Marvin tells how he tried to hit Unique, but his car is bulletproof, and she tells him, "You're messing up things that I already got in motion." And he tells her, "You're not going to tell me how I'm going to defend my family. Nobody's going to tell me that, not even you." Marvin finds out about Unique people coming to try to come at Lulu. And he says that, this mother father gotta go now. She says, "I need you back." And he says, like, he likes being on his own, and that he's his own man. And basically when she took over, she made him feel less of a man. And he also tells her, "You do the job better. You're a better boss than me." We also find out here that Marvin basically took care of Lulu and Rock when they were younger. So the parents wasn't even good parents to me. And this is where we find this out. Like, I took care of you when our parents was on their ish. That's what he says. So they make up, and now they're going to strategize and get everything together to get at Unique. Now, Detective Howard meets with his doctor, and he confirms that he has a son. So she's like, "Well, we need to get on this if we're going to do this." And he was like, "Well, his mother's complicated." So she's like, "You need her permission in order to get this procedure done." And he says he's working on it, and he's going to try to meet with him tonight. So Jukebox goes to the hospital to visit her Uncle Lulu, and Jessica is there, and Rock is still there, and she lets her know that she knows about her friend Nicole dying. She doesn't know how, but she knows that she died. So Jukebox talks to Rock alone, and she tells her about Detective Burke and how she's been questioning her and how she's been avoiding all these questions that she's been asking. And she tells her about how the Blue Tops is leading to Kanan. And she tells her, you don't have to worry about that. But she also tells her it's always good to have a friend as a cop. A cop as a friend, I should say. So Marvin is teaching Kanan how to file the serial numbers off the guns he gives him. He gives him a Glock 9mm. And Marvin is listening to Smokey Robinson. And Kanan wants to get some different music to listen to. He feels like, this is, if I want to go take care of business, I don't want to hear that in my head. So he says Juke got some music in her room. And he gets up to go and get it. But Marvin's like, "No, you stay right here. I'll get it." And now I don't know why he didn't just say, "Forget it, I don't need it." He knows how nosy Marvin is. He knows how Marvin goes through her stuff all the time, where she keeps things at Kanan's house so he don't see it. I don't know what this kid be thinking. He just be doing some dumb stuff where I want to roll around on the ground and fight with him. So Marvin goes in Juke's room, and he's looking all around for a tape, a cassette tape that is. And he's just plundering through all her stuff. Now, it's tapes over by where the box is and stuff like that, but he's doing unnecessary digging. And he finds the VCR tape, and he finds these pictures of Nicole and Jukebox together kissing. And he's agitated at already seeing these pictures. Then he puts the VCR tape into the cassette player, and he hears the song that they're singing. He gets pissed off and knocks the TV over. Now, Detective Burke is looking at Buck 20's pictures, the evidence of Buck 20's murder. Detective Howard comes in, and Burke tells Howard that she has a lead that there may be a person on the east side that died of the same crack that was being handed out on the south side, and it's connected to Kanan. And he's like, what are you doing? I told you that this came from somebody from the outside. He doesn't have anything to do with this, and I can't trust you as a partner, so I want a new partner. So he goes in there to talk to their lieutenant to tell them that they need a new partner, that he wants a new partner. Now, Jukebox gets home, and her father done ransacked her room now out of anger. And he asked her if she Lebanese. You gotta remember, this is the 90s, so a lot of people didn't know the terms of being gay and things like that. And he calls her the F word too. And she spits in his face, y'all. And she's basically attacking him at first. And he's trying to refrain from hitting her. I think he smacked her when she spit at him. Now, I can understand somebody losing it for getting spit in the face like that. But he basically beat her up like she was a dude. And it really got bad. He was choking her and everything. And once he stepped on the VHS tape, that's what set her off. So she basically went at him like a wildcat once he did that. And that's because that's the last tape. Because remember, she didn't get a copy of that tape because she was afraid he was going to find it. And look what happened. After all this happens, Jukebox leaves. She leaves. So Rock is teaching Kanan how to shoot, aim, and hit a target. And she gives him a Glock 17, and she tells him what guns are good for what jobs and what guns are not good. And basically she wants him to walk up on this person, shoot him once in the heart and once in the head. So you shoot him in the heart and you shoot him where he thinks. And looks like he's listening intently. And at this time, the same time that this is going on, Unique is talking to his people. He's getting his soldiers geared up and ready to go out there and do some damage. In this same speech that Rock is giving Kanan, she's telling him she's going to tell him the truth. She tells him that this person that she wants him to kill is threatening everything that's important in everybody's life in their family. And she's lying to him. She's lying to this kid. And I just don't like the way she's manipulating this kid to do this task. Unique is just ready to go out for all war. It's no more peace. Everything is getting done. Unique has more people than Rock have. So they gotta be on their toes. Cause they coming. So Lulu wakes up and Jessica is by his side. So now I want to know if this is going to change this relationship. Because I feel like at this point now, he's not going to leave her and she's not going nowhere at this point now. She got him locked in with this. I want to know what y'all think in the comments. Do y'all think like this whole situation brought Lulu and Jessica closer? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Now Jukebox goes to meet with Detective Burke, But she wants her to come inside the precinct. She's not going to go in there and talk to her like that. She wants to talk to her in private, and she really wants to talk to her when nobody knows. Now, Rock goes to church, and we see her here at church, and to me, she's here for a reason. She has an ulterior motive. So Jukebox talks with Detective Burke, and she tells her that basically Unique's people is out for revenge for the police because how they messed up his re-up and took his drugs. So I feel like she's being manipulated by Rock too, and she's there to stir the pot. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Tells Detective Burke that it's not safe for the police. Now Rock is here talking to this woman, and lo and behold, it's her mother. We see Grandma finally. And she's basically, you're your own person, you're responsible for what you did, and you can't come and blame me for anything. So to me, her mother wasn't a good mother, she wasn't a nurturing mother, and she was one of those type of mothers, I feel like she was an addict and recovered, and now she's into the church. That's my opinions on her. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. And now we see why she was hesitant to send Kanan there. So Marvin's hitting the street. He in a new black Porsche. Ow. He's giving his soldiers the tools. They getting the hammers, and they getting ready for war. We see Kanan, he's carrying a plastic bag, and he's going back to Baisley Park. Back to Baisley Park. This is the same park he got jumped at and came back with the sock with the batteries in it. Life lesson number 2. He puts on this jacket. It's Unique's jacket he has on. Now we see where this jacket is coming into play. And he goes to the park, and he's going to meet with Detective Howard. So this is the person that he has to shoot, his own father. I'm kind of upset with this part because she didn't even tell him that that's his dad, and she sets him up to shoot his own father. He shoots him in the shoulder, and then we don't even see where the second shot is. So now my question is to everybody. What are your feelings about this? I'm mad as hell about this, that she did this, because she didn't even give them a chance to have a relationship. Because Detective Howard could be a valuable person in their thing, but I think it's because she can't control him. She doesn't want him around. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and please answer the questions, because I really want to keep this discussion going, and I want to know how y'all feel about this, because I think this was so wrong in so many ways. My prediction is, if Detective Howard survives, they're going to pin all of this on Unique anyway. And I feel like Detective Howard is going to be so desperate at this point for the bone marrow and to have a relationship with Kanan that he's going to fall in line, and he's going to say that Unique shot him. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Somebody call an ambulance. Somebody help me. We scratching this cat Unique out. A Southside. For real. Family United? This motherfucker Unique gotta go right now. I ain't gonna let nobody violate my baby brother like that and get away with it. Anyone tied to something, they getting Peter rolled and clipped. We knocking niggas off, knocking niggas out. Y'all gonna see who really run Southside. And we ain't running out of Southside to get other people to maintain the joint. We finna own this. You can't mess with us. Got you, Lulu. One, for real, to Unique.
So that was my review of Loyal to the End. Please like, share, and subscribe. And hit the hammer. Let me know that you stopped by. Please answer my questions in the comments. And stay tuned for future videos. The finale's coming up, y'all. And later.